Hey friends, welcome back in this thing. Nettie here from Transcendent Love. How y'all doing? How your mama and them doing? Y'all, I'm great, but hold on just a second. Okay, just as I started, my doggone nose wanted to try to run. Hmm. Anyway, got my tea. Hopefully y'all having a great day. I'm still having a great day, even though this mucus is still on me heavy, trying to get out. Anyway, all is well anyway. Um, Friends, family, loved ones. Anyway, let me go here first. I appreciate you watching, whoever you are, whenever you're watching. Whether you've been here before, you keep returning, or you're brand new. It's room for you over here. We love you over here. Stay. Yeah, if you like it, if the messages resonate, you find any of the messages useful, helpful to your growth in and on this self love journey, subscribe, like the video, comment. I'm very much interested in hearing about growth as we progress in our adventure, on our journey, because that's what it's about. The objective is to grow and to have people to grow with, and a little bit of guidance along the way. You never know who your testimony or journey, life's adventure will help. We don't know that there are so many other people out here living lives that are very different yet similar, and often it can feel like we're alone. You're not alone. There are others. And the more we talk about our experiences, the more we're able to see that other people have lived and some are still living these very same, or more so, very similar experiences. And we can learn from each other. We can grow, help each other grow. That's the endeavor, and it's all in love. So yeah, that's it. But with that said, I want to make sure that on your journey, you keep your eyes on the prize. Stay focused on what you focused on. Don't allow distractions. I was talking to, also, it's important to know that not everything is a distraction. You got to be able to discern the difference. But it takes some time in your journey to be able to decipher the difference. But what I was going to say was, I was talking to one of my buddies, and he was talking about side quests. Like he feels like that sometimes he's kind of set off track by side quests. And as I was just listening, Spirit was like, no, side quests are a part of it. That's the point. And Spirit let me know in the moment that sometimes those side quests that you didn't intend to go on, that's you being able to live out a prospectus or a piece of another version of your life. What I mean is, there are, you are an infinite being, which means that there is a version of you in every time and space. What I mean is that there's a version of you that is a billionaire. There's a version of you that is homeless. You are, there's a version of you in all of these places. And you, by the decisions that you make, determine which of these versions is most fit for the thing that you're wanting to accomplish in this life. And that's why you can't mess it up and you can't get it wrong, because there is a version of your life that fits whatever the choices it are that you make. Whatever direction you so choose to go, it won't be new, it won't be unusual, it won't be jacked up. Now, it might seem jacked up from your own point of view and maybe from somebody else's, but that don't necessarily mean that it is. Um, but yeah, sometimes, so what we endeavor to do in this life is choose the version of our life that we see the most value and the most benefit in at the time and space that we are. So we do. That's all we've ever done this whole time. And over time, that evolves as you evolve. Whenever you decide to make a different move in your life, you make a different decision, you choose a different route to go, that's just ultimately what it ends up being. You just course correct. And that's why it's so easy to change. A lot of people think that it's very hard to change. It's not hard to change. It only seems like it because you've been conditioned to believe that that is the case. It actually doesn't even take 21 days and whatever number that people give. You can change on the dime. People do it all the time. And that's just proof to you that it can be done. Listen, some of us are changelings. And we just live for the change of things. We just like to change. That's just what we do. Growth is the name of the game. We should always be growing, but some of us, we change. We are able to process through timelines pretty quickly, and it's just something that we do. And maybe you're one of those people, but maybe you're not. Either way, it doesn't have to be difficult. You just have to focus with intention on what it is that you're trying to do and get into a space of intentionality. You just have to set yourself up for optimal success in whatever it is that you're endeavoring to do. So, with that, when you're on your path, whatever you've chosen to do, sometimes you make an alternate decision, which would be the side quest that he's speaking of. And it's sometimes it's out of curiosity. Well, majority of the time it's out of curiosity. Sometimes you go against what you feel to do, but even that is okay. All of it is okay. Nothing is good or bad, it just is. But you should endeavor to make the most fulfilling side quests. If it brings you joy, if it gives you peace, and it satisfies your curiosity in a way that is healthful to you, do it. Do it. Sometimes, as he was saying, he feels like that it sets him back. And Spirit was saying, no. Like, there's no real, first, time is not real. So there are no real time constraints on what it is that you have set in your path to do. All you have to do is make a decision to do it. And then when the other thing comes that is fulfilling, you do that. It is very hard for us to believe that life is about living. Even though we hear it all the time, we see it all the time, we're so conditioned to work, work, work to survive. Just trying to survive, work productivity model, and we just don't be living. So it seems precarious that life would be for the living, but it is. You should be 100% enjoying the life that you live. And if you are not, there are some adjustments that need to be made. Sometimes you will do stuff that you don't want to do. Not all of it is um, the most extreme excitement always. It's not always that. But you should intentionally choose things that make you happy. If it's a job, choose the thing that you feel like you're going to be most fulfilled in. The problem is, now we got bills and things, right? But there are things that you can do that are nourishing to you that can still pay your bills. You don't have to settle for a job that you hate just because it pays the bills. Do something else. Do something else. If you lack in skill, get the skill to do the thing. Let that be a part of your journey. Let that be a part of your side quest. Do something else. You are more powerful than you know. You have infinite capacity. You are a creation of, an extension of infinite wisdom. All things are at your disposal. But anyway, all that said, which kind of sort of seemed like a side quest, don't ever feel like that you do the thing, that when you're doing the thing that pleases you or makes you happy and nourishes you, that you're doing something wrong. Because that is really the point. And in so doing, you have to be very certain that you are not comparing your life's journey and your adventure to somebody else's adventure. We will get caught up a lot of times looking around at other people. People become a distraction for us. But we have to be conscious and aware when we are getting pulled away in that way. When we're not, we end up in a space trying to figure out how we got so far over here. All of a sudden, you trying to do MB how they trying to do MB. Ain't gonna ever work. That's not you. That's not your lane to be in. So you gotta make sure that you stay in your lane and do the thing that is most natural to you. Do the thing that comes most easily to you. There is a way to prosper and succeed optimally in this life in a more ease filled way. That does not suggest that there won't be hard things that you face. That doesn't suggest that you won't have to do hard stuff. It just means that you don't have to, A, view it as hard, and B, you don't have to go through it roughly. But viewing it as hard causes you to go through it roughly. And not accepting the joy in life and not accepting things for as they are, when they are, how they are the things that ultimately keep us stagnant or held back, as we would consider stagnation or um, slow down or not arriving at a place where we would desire to be there much sooner. But yeah, make sure that you are meticulous about staying in your own lane, doing the things that come and flow easily through you. You do yourself no justice. You do yourself more of a disservice by trying to be like somebody else. Share your message the way you share your message. Do your craft the way you do your craft. What you do don't have nothing to do with them people, and them people, what they do, they don't have nothing to do with you. It ain't gonna take nothing from you for them to do what they do. And it ain't gonna take nothing from them for you to do what you do. And even if they feel like it does, do you anyway. Because the truth is that it doesn't affect anybody for you to do what it is that you do the way you do. It's enough room at the top for all of us. And it ain't no need to compete with nobody. They can only be them and you can only be you. What are you competing for? What would ever be the point? It ain't nothing you can prove. It ain't nothing you can prove. If y'all were exactly the same, then maybe they are different than you on all accounts. Ain't shit to be proved. Which you start thinking about it and breaking it down at its core level, and then you begin to see how wild and bizarre a thing it is to compete with anybody. Like, in one way, for sure, they are an extension of you. You are one with them, but in no way the exact same. That's not the part of me versus me that we talk about. But let it only ever be me versus me in the way of getting better on a perpetual and continual basis. Every single day you work to be better. And sometimes that work is just being quiet and being still. Sometimes that work is just being still and listening to what Spirit has to say. The instruction on where to go and how to do, what to do, when to do the next thing. Sometimes. Anyhow, I think that's the message. Spirit don't want you to compete with nobody. This is not a competition. You are your purpose. That means that a part of your assignment is to be happy and to take care of yourself and to stay out of other people's business. Anyway, I leave you this message in love and in light. Let people be who they gonna be and stop trying to judge them by your metric. Until next time. Holla.